The Seal of Orichalcos. Yeah, this has been an interesting thing to see. You guys smash the link, crap out of that, subscribe button so you guys don't miss out more awesome content, and I'll even comment down below one of you walk away with the booster pack as per usual. So the Seal of Orichalcos. You know, we talked about that this shut up in Regenesis earlier in the week. You would typically activate it before your opponent, or before you do special summoning, things like that, and then you just have 3,000 attack point monsters to be able to form up and disrupt your opponent. The coolest thing about this card is because it was in the tin of Dueling Mirrors as one of the cheapest QCRs that you could get. These are actually giga affordable, and just to have one copy around is literally $2. At least for this version. You know, this is where we talk about the penny songs out here, and also, you know, for what the tin and Dueling Mirrors did for certain cards, I still look to this day, look at these QCR prices. These are so incredibly cheap. So if you do like gimmick and things like that, then this is always going to be a thing. Now, obviously, even like the highest Seal of Orichalcos is available on the market, the German Ultra from the Pharaoh's Rare, it looks so weird for $100, and then of course the English secret rares are about $44 to $49. So I'm actually even quite impressed that even the Pharaoh's rarities out here have settled. Also, I love that the Sphere comes up, and so just some of these other choices down here along the way. But you know what? Also, the Seal had some really, really cool alternatives in terms of what was available. I mean, come on, look at this. You had the Ultras from the Dragons of Legend, the Complete Edition. You also had the Dragons Unleashed. I mean, this is kind of impressive, honestly. I got to give it to them. And I also think that you had the green, the purple berries. Yeah, you had the really weird ones that you could get. Konami's done a good job keeping this card nice and affordable. Power Code Talker. So we talked about this one a little while back. I didn't really get the chance to talk about it much on the market, but I figured we toss it in today. So this was the once per turn, you can target one face-up monster on the field and negate that target's effects until the end of this turn. And then once per turn, if this card battles an opponent's monster during damage calculation, quick effect, you contribute this card, or yeah, one monster's card points to, and this card's attack becomes double its original attack during damage calculation only. So you turn this into a 4,600 Link 3 that basically Malice could end up using out here, basically as a way to have a negate during your turn. Because the only thing that sucked about this was this was not a quick effect. In terms of availability, if you are a Malice player and you're like, oh, this is kind of a cool tech choice out here, it's a 40-cent tech choice on up to like $1.50 post shipping. So you got a lot to kind of think about with this. I don't think that this card is particularly broken at all, but it's one of those cards that if you are picking up a meta deck and you're like, hey, you know, this looks kind of cool, let's explore some of the cool lines that we can do. Absolutely, you can. This one I don't understand. At least when it comes to the Starfoil version of this. The Melamaladi, the Brass de Djinn, this was 2 level 3 monsters that once per turn we could detach a material from this card to target a face-up Djinn Exceed monster you control. This turn that monster can attack twice during each battle phase. This is a rank 3 that can attack twice, because you're going to target it itself. Now, I understand that you do have rank 3 decks kind of running around in the format, that maybe this is something that could potentially, you know, spike up in value. Actually, I am curious. 420 was your last sale on that, of course, right? What about the super down here? How often? I mean, this is a penny stonk, really, really hard. 527, 527. Yeah, we actually just recently had sales on this. That's actually kind of impressive that this fairly recently people are picking this up. I mean, I guess for 2,800 burst damage. And then, of course, you have the Star Pack common down here. I guess for availability, this is kind of a hard card to get, because, you know, your paywall behind Starter Deck exceeds Symphony and Star Pack 2014, and you've not had a printing since then. That's kind of wild to think about, actually. Oh boy, so I have not really paid too much attention to the Horus cards. I do know that like every other day out here, someone's trying to cook up something kind of interesting with the Horus stuff, but that's honestly kind of about it. I don't know what it is. People look at this package and they're like, oh, this is cool. QCRM cities have dropped down to about $94 to $95. That feels pretty all right. Secret RM cities, on the other hand, did I miss something? Why are these borderline? Well, I see market price down here, 30. So these have actually gone down from their market price. Okay, sure. And then original copies of Mcetis. These things are $26. What in the world have I missed? It's a Spanish one's name. Amset Glory de Horace. It's actually kind of a nice looking one. Huh. Interesting. I don't know, man. I'm not rushing out here to pick up Horus cards at the moment. The trade-off with this package is it's fun, and that's about it, honestly. Dark Greffers. Evidently, secret Dark Greffers are a very interesting thing to look at. I recently just sold one of these at a very extremely high price, and I'm still a little bit dumbfounded by that process. The fact that, you have mods here at 110s. I have one up at 122. And the sad part is I'm the next lightest play is 130. So when you're dealing with old Phantom Darkness first editions, this does tend to be one of those very sought after cards, because even like older formats, Dark Greffer was an insanely broken card. -1 to special, sure, but another -1 to specifically Foolish Burial was really, really gosh darn good. Retaliating Sea. If you've been living underneath a rock, the OCG really likes this card as a side deck choice. Well, at least it did. It's been kind of rotating a little bit in and out. It's going to depend on how their format shapes up. Super Rares still coming in about solid $2-3, as you can see here on the price chart. Then you come on down here to the Retaliating Sea, some Ghosts from the Past. This is probably going to be your penny stonk, if I had to guess, because this is also the the ultra rare. This is between this and the OTS pack version. You're making your argument of whichever highest rarity that you really kind of want to settle off with there. But Mr. Retaliating Sea doing his job out. Here's the nice little counter. Luckily enough, commons are very, very cheap and so forth. Just to keep everybody in the loop on that. Marshmelon. Really? You're tossing Marshmelon back here? Yes, I am. This is one of those cards that you tend to forget exists out here. Also, Premium Pack 1 is an absolute dumpster fire of a set. You come back here and do you see light play hitting $2 to $3 back here? And then we haven't hit a near mint yet. That might be a problem. What's that? Look at all those mods. Still have not hit a near mint yet. Oh boy, we're escalating on up here. About to see $3-4 Marshmelons here for near mints. Oh wait, you're $4 for light play. Oh, this is getting worse as we're going up. Still light plays everywhere. Okay, you finally hit a near mint about the $6 to $7 mark. Yeah, that's the cost of Premium Pack 1 for you. Also, Premium Pack 1, if you haven't noticed, did have these old secret rare mess ups. Legacy of the Yada Garasus now. These are expensive, man. Mod plays are everywhere. And then you hit light plays down here at $36. And the only thing that really mattered about this was you get to draw one, but if you had the Spirit Monster on the opponent's side of the field, you get the free draw too. Honestly, it's one of those really weird ones. Also, this Darkness Metal, these are still pretty up there. For the Seekers. I'm not even going to go look at that. That's crazy. Booster packs of this. A single booster pack, by the way, is $40 on up to $42 for this. You do not tend to see stuff like this anymore. And Zero the Mans were also $35. Your Magician of Black Chaos, these are also $17 for the Secrets. Javelin Beetles were, 11s. Metal Morphs had a market price of $7. The Javelin Beetle Ritual was $5. The fact that these cards are as crazy priced as they actually are these days. The Magician of Black Chaos Ritual, $2 to $3. I know they don't have much meta application, but it's one of those things that, you take a look at and you go, wow, you don't really see these all that much. So, what do you guys think about today's market of all things? Just another day in the office. They'll comment down below, and I will see your beautiful faces back here in a day, guys. patrons. Thank you. Ah!
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.